You know that I was made for this. I was made for this. You know that I was made for this. Running great, now I'm showing up. You looking at the chosen one. I was made for this. You know that I was made for this.
So who met first here?
I did with Frank.
What
2008.
year? 2008.
Yeah, Ed Connors like invited me to his house, like because you would do that with a lot of bodybuilders, help him out and stuff. And it was actually, when was that? It was in 2008. I was 20. It was after one of my shows. I just went there for fun, and Ed was like, "Oh, come by the house." So I came over there, and
This is in Venice.
No.
Palm Springs, which is a little bit of a drive. It's not that far. And they said, "Oh well, you know Frank?" I say, "Yeah, I know Frank." I say, "You know, yeah, where do you know Frank? Because from the ads from Animal and stuff." And you know, so I was like, "Yeah, I want to meet him." I was with my friend back then, Kevin Nabai. We were both 20-year-old, right? So we were like, "Oh shit, like Frank McGrath, all right, well, so I can go meet him." And I was like, "So just go there and knock on the door." Yeah, you can just go.
Were you nervous?
By ourselves? Yeah, it was kind of awkward.
Yeah.
It's like, because now I'm thinking like if I would just be chilling in the house and then two kids knock on the door, it's like, why? Like, who, fucking Ed Connors, like, why do that again? So we knock on the door and we knock and she's not answering. I look at, so she knock again.
Through the blind.
Knock again, and then he opens up the door. What's up? I was like, you were tired or something? I don't know. Because you just injured yourself back then, so you were not in the best of moods, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, well, Ed told us you can come here and.
Wasn't
say
because
hi
I was
or
used to
something.
that kind of stuff with living there because always some bodybuilder was coming through back and forth, right?
Oh, okay.
But we got along pretty much right away, like pretty good.
Yeah. No, we came in and stuff, and I think after that, E came by, or no, we left, and then you came by at his place.
We had dinner.
Oh, we did. Yeah. And
You guys had a couple chicks with you?
Huh?
Had a couple chicks with you?
A couple. I had one, I think.
No, you guys, both of you.
Yeah, he had one too, I think. So, did we all ate together?
We all did.
Even the girls?
Yeah.
Fuck, I don't remember.
I think so.
So I remember we were just like talking and stuff, and you were like, "Oh," it was like, "Remove your shirt, like show them your muscles," and you were like, "Oh no, I don't want to do it." Then you still remove your shirt. I was like impressed, right? I was like, Jesus Christ, and it was pretty cool. I see you with Burst in there, and then you were all busted with your tricep that was messed up.
That's
and
when I told my tricep.
you told us the story that you
Smashed them.
smashed it on the bed. That's how you tore it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we just talked, I guess, and it was pretty cool. So
We gotta plug the picture in there. There's a picture
oh yeah, we'll find
of
it.
that, right?
It'd be
Nice.
But we kind of kept, I don't know how we kept in contact a little bit. Maybe we followed something on Facebook or something. I can't remember what it was.
Something. Maybe on the forums.
So this was, what year was this now?
2008.
2008.
Yes, but then you got, when did you get sponsors?
I was supposed to 2010.
2010.
Yeah.
Is that when you did the Amateur Olympia?
No, what happened is that I did. Yeah, so I was 20. I think I just got a contract because I reached out to fucking Eric Schwartz and said, "Well, no, G Diesel, like we're talking on Muscle Man forums for a long time. Since I was on the forums since I was like 16, 17 years old. Because back then for bodybuilding, how you had your social media was through the message boards. There was no Instagram, no Facebook, nothing back then. I don't know if Facebook was there, but I think Facebook was there. But it was the beginning of Facebook.
Yeah.
It wasn't like
It was like universities.
Yeah, exactly. I remember.
2004.
yeah, but 2008 was still there, but it wasn't anything like it is right now. It was no Instagram, nothing. So there was message boards.
Yeah, because I remember I'd be on the dial-up, trying to get on there.
Yeah. So there was a few major message boards. There was the Get Big, there was Muscle Mayhem, and Bodybuilding.com forums. So those were the three big ones I think people went to. I never really got on to Get Big. That was more of like
I was always going on muscular developments.
yeah, this one too. Sorry, and this one too. Yeah, the IFB Pro section.
Okay. 2003, 2004.
Yeah, there was the IFB Pro section in the message board. So I was going there to see what's up. Is a pro going to say
You
something?
know what's funny about that? Somebody took my pictures back then even and pretending to be me. And that's even before I was even.
Oh yeah.
And because I went out when I joined up, someone said
You're already on there.
Yeah. but I posted because the part where new members post a picture of yourself. So I was like, okay, I was 20. I don't know how old I was. I don't know if I was even pro then, was I? I was 4 years in pro.
Before you were pro.
Yeah, and I posted my picture, and everyone's like, "Fuck you, man! That's whoever this guy's name was." And you know what? I found out who it was. It was my sister's ex-boyfriend.
No way. Oh, wow. That's weird.
What the fuck?
That's weird.
Anyway, yeah.
So, an Animal Pack had a business board too. So I guess we were going there talking and stuff, and I was always looking like, I want to see pros write stuff. Because it's like, it was the only way you could have contact with them, and if you get a reply from them, you'd be like, oh, pro replied to me. So it's kind of cool, because I was a kid, right? So GD's old Greg was on some main forums for a while, and he saw me like post and stuff. Cause I would post progress pictures back then, like like Instagram.
You're really active.
Yeah, I was like just sharing. I was sharing what I do. I was sharing videos, sharing content, I guess, on those message boards. So I got, I guess, Greg's attention, and when it was time to find like a young guy because they had Animal Pack, but then they were revamping the Universal brand. Because Universal was old, and then they did Animal Pack, and it was really popular, and the Universal brand kind of were on the back burner. And then they revamped the Universal brand as like the old school, like 70s style thing. So they got me on board, a young guy, and then I decided to make a comeback. I did a lot of comebacks.
Universal.
Yeah. At some point, I think I was.
Yeah.
And so what I did is I'm going to do the Arnold Amateurs, 2011. So my whole prep, I shared it on the Universal USA message boards, did videos, and then we did like a rivalry. Me and David Hoffman, who actually did the Classic Olympia this year. He was like looking like vintage looking with the vacuum, kind of like Arnold. So we went at it, and then we did Arnold Amateurs, and this is where I actually hung out with you again, right?
We drove you drove to my house.
Yeah.
From Montreal.
Yeah.
And we drove to the Arnold Classic, and you stayed in my room and did the Arnold Classic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I got second place in the overall.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was when we hang out for, I guess, the second time. Yeah. I think so.
I remember one time I met you. I just remember when we're talking here. Who were you with before Universal?
VPX.
I remember I walked up to you there and was talking to you there. I remember that.
Oh, really?
Expo.
I don't know.
You guys had already met in California.
Yeah. So I was like, hey, I was walking by and Antoine was like 21 years old.
How long after? So then you ended up signing with Universal. He was obviously already with Animal for a while, and then you guys went to Brazil, right? There was that.
That was 2013. Before Toronto.
We were
Pro.
getting ready for a Toronto Pro show.
That was impossible. That was a nightmare.
We should put the link for that videos in there.
Oh yeah, that was funny. And because what would happen, I would like a little bit of trouble back then, with partying and stuff. So I would go on these trips, and I would be on withdrawal the whole trip, trying to do content for Universal and trying to prep at the same time. I was eating like canned fish, herring from like some German corner store.
You couldn't even read
couldn't lose weight.
read it.
Formula for disaster.
Yeah, and he was eating Snickers bar.
Listen.
Bars?
Yeah,
No,
he was
wait. I was eating my diet. I was eating my diet normal, best you could in Brazil, and he wasn't losing weight, and I was losing too much weight. And you told me to eat Snickers bars.
Yeah.
And I did, and that was
Healthy fats, right?
That was 3 or 4 weeks before the show, right?
Yeah.
Almonds in there.
And what happened?
Yeah, you did fucking fourth place. It was shredded.
Yeah.
You get some good names.
Yeah, it was good.
And then we did.
That was your advice to eat Snickers bars. So I was like, okay.
Yeah, I listened to the guy who was like coming off drugs and just like this on a diet. This is soft as shit.
But I couldn't. My weight was just going down. Like I was under 230, and at one point I was like, this is way. And I competed at 230. So I don't know how I went back up, but it was just from. I guess we were traveling. We were doing a lot of stuff like, all day long.
What a nightmare! I was passing out sometimes in places. Remember in the work in Ottawa?
Oh.
I drank a whole ball of maple syrup as a dare, and then I passed out somewhere in the street, across the street.
Like
and somebody warned me.
In
You
the
can't
alley.
sleep there. So the guy said.
What year was the first time you did the cage with Animal Universal?
The cage. The thing with the cage is because I think 2011 I hung out at the cage a little bit.
2011.
Because I just did the show, so I came by, but the cage was for animal athletes.
I wasn't really there though.
Huh?
I wasn't really there in 2011 because I was competing, so I only came by on Sunday or something.
Okay.
No, the cage at the Arnold.
Oh, Arnold. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's the first time I ever experienced it. I was there with David Hoffman, and we hung out and stuff. And
I remember walking by, I think it was 2012, and you were in the cage with your ex-girlfriend. You were competing at the Arnolds too. So you were just hanging out because you were competing.
2011 was that?
2011.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we met then. We were met by the time.
Yes, we just met. So that was we didn't meet in 2011 until August. So after that, it was August.
But you were at the Olympia and everything, though.
The Olympia,
September, yes.
but the Olympia was September. So we had known each other for like 4 or 5 weeks, and we trained a little bit. Then I came to the Olympia.
Yeah.
Crazy. Yeah, 2011. We all met. You were doing the appearance at LA Fitness in Burlington, across from our nutrition store, and then we came over. We met.
I think it's so crazy.
Dorian ended up doing a bodybuilding show because you were telling him.
Yeah, man.
At that time, I was like sort of dieting for the summertime. I looked good. Wasn't sure if I wanted to compete, and then I was in like really good shape. And there was a show in 6 weeks in October. It was after the Olympia.
Yeah.
And you were dieting for the Olympia, and you were like, "Oh, you should do it. You should do it." And I was like, I don't know. And then I remember I ended up dieting right when I was at the Olympia to see you. I actually kept dieting, and it was one of the best conditions I ever was in on. Yeah, and you guys posed. Did you guys pose at that show?
The Fuad show?
Yeah, you guys posed too at my show.
Yeah. That was good.
Yeah.
Were you swole as fuck?
No, I looked really. I think I looked really good, but like it was Evan. Evan's huge. Fuad's huge, and Aaron. So we had a picture.
Yeah.
But I was still shredded. Everybody else is a little chunky, right? And I was like,
I might have a picture.
yeah. I felt good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool. Yeah, so that was like Frank sort of sparked me getting back into competition. Because before that, I was unsure if I wanted to.
So when we started talking, my ex was like, "Say, can you help? Whatever."
Oh, I didn't.
That was
I
before, because that's just after your accident, and that was before I was coming
2010.
back.
I got that. 2010 was.
Yeah, so it was before I was coming back to do the Classic Amateurs. We started talking then because of her.
Well, she wrote me because you guys were having problems because of whatever you were into, right? It's okay. I tried to talk. I wrote you, but I was like, how do I say this guy? I don't even know this guy really. Like, hey man, stop doing that. I have no place. We don't really know each other, right? But I remember I tried talking to you, and I'm like, and then we just talked more. And all of a sudden we were. I don't. It's so weird because now it just seems so weird to be just all of a sudden we were hanging out.
Yeah.
It seemed like it wasn't, but it seems like it to me now.
Yeah.
Because like I don't know. When did I see you after that?
Was it at Arnold?
I noticed a picture of me and you doing high five at the Arnold Classic, and you had the whole Universal suit on.
Yeah.
But we were like, I don't know why, but we just clicked right away, like we were friends, right?
Yeah.
Two Canadian bodybuilders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but like we all do. Like, listen, how many people do you meet a day that you possibly want to be your friend, or you know? But how many people did you like just click right away? Me and Dorian right away, same thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, as soon as I met him, now we start talking, we're hanging
We
out.
trained like 5-6 days later.
How many people do you meet a day you don't do that with?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's a connection.
So there's a reason why, right?
Yeah.
This is all here right now.
Yeah, no doubt for sure.
So.
It's all because of me.
No one's visual.
When did we train together?
When I moved to Brampton there for a little bit.
Hey, what year was that?
Oh, that was 6 years ago. So 2013, 2014.
There's videos of me and you doing it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I even see him on like
Valerio.
the Mackie Motivation stuff like that. And I'm doing a hack squat. And he's like, and Valerio.
Valerio's in it.
Yeah,
that was fun.
We did it for a while.
Yeah, it was a couple months. Probably
Yeah,
like
for
3,
sure.
4, or 5 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. It was a good gym.
Yeah.
I was
Which
with
one was that?
It was the LA Fitness, but before that it was Bodyworks, which is really cool. A lot of good equipment.
Yeah.
Oh, then it
So-
changed.
You trained with me.
That was a really good.
Yeah.
We were traveling.
Even before the show, we went there. Remember?
Yeah, so I did go to your place a few days before leaving for the Arnold there. Because I do remember now, like, training at that gym.
No, that was that. You're thinking about Toronto Pro. We did that. You came to my place, stayed at Toronto Pro.
And
Then we trained.
That one video was so popular with Frank's.
Oh, yeah.
That was like super viral.
That's that time.
Yeah.
We both did the.
I did come to that gym, though, when I was younger.
Yeah,
Probably too,
You
yeah.
guys did a workout.
Yeah, you did a back last spread?
Yeah, was that?
No, that's the Showtime. That's Showtime. That was Toronto Pro. Me and you were doing Toronto Pro.
When did you sing Raw McGraw and Grizzly?
Da-da-da, this is a Raw McGraw McGrizzly, Big Grizzly, Raw McGrizzly.
2013.
That was
Guys
that.
trained. Yeah.
2013, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Yeah, I remember that Toronto video like it was yesterday.
Yeah. Because you know what I did I realized that I was like, ah shit, I know I'm out of shape. I signed to do the show contract, and I think back then, yeah, but yeah, and then back then it's like I thought if you sign it, you have to do it. But I guess I could have just said, hey, I got some health issues, doctor, whatever. I didn't think much back then, so I said, fuck, I gotta do the show. And I was like, I wish I could have pulled out, but then I was like, might as well. I'm not in shape. What can I do? What can I get something good out of that? I'll just make a pro's point of view of what a pro show is like, backstage, everything. And nobody did that back then, so it was on my YouTube, it was very popular. There's still people talking to me about it.
It was just you at my place.
Yeah,
That was a great
Eating,
video.
sleeping,
Yeah, no, it was good.
Abby walking around.
But it was like sort of inside scoop a
One
little
of
bit
the
too,
first
the
like
hotel
real
and
like
stuff.
vlogs of like what pro body was like.
But it was cool because you got to see like the hotel. You always wondered what the bodybuilders were doing, right? So
Yeah.
you got to see all the behind the
And
scenes.
backstage,
Yeah,
too.
backstage. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, people like that stuff.
And back then they were not too like
Picky with
the rules because nobody really did it.
Yeah, you can't do that. So they don't let you do that
Well,
too much of that, like behind the stage and stuff. There's
Yeah.
filming.
Well,
yeah.
we did film a bit at the Olympia with our phones and stuff, but
They wouldn't let you have a fucking camera.
no.
Because somebody else is probably filming it and they want to sell it.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
But
Yeah,
it's
the
some pretty
man
cool
guy.
stuff back there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was a cool time, man.
Yeah.
We trained together and stuff like that then.
Should do another show, Frank.
Yeah, okay. Next year. I'll just train with you while you're doing your show.
Yeah.
And I'll go with you.
You sure about that? Mike's reading me now if you want to jump in.
Yeah.
And then after that, what happened after that? So you were still with Animal forever. I was then with Redcon at some point, coming back 2018. You were still with Animal the whole time.
Yeah.
You made some good money with them. You were like their main guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
You pretty much made Animal what Animal is.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's so weird. Like, we talked about this, like, when you're in the moment, you don't really think about it. I was just happy to be there, man. Like, wow, you choose me of all the people you could choose.
Yeah.
But when you look back, you go, I guess it might not have been the same thing if it had been somebody else. Maybe it could have been better. Maybe it could have been worse. Who knows, right?
Yeah.
But some people used to say to me, like, you must be like rich. You must be. I mean, I got paid pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. But like, people thought I owned the company and stuff. You know
When I think of Animal, I think of Frank and Animal Pack.
Yeah.
The vitamin and Frank.
Those two
Yeah, well, you know what I thought? Like, the first time I got was Animal Pack because it was like from Animal.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, Frank was in the ads and this and Animal Pack. So I got it and I would keep the cans, the empty cans. I would pile them up in the corner of my room.
They were pretty
I was like
cool.
so proud of
The
having
cans
those
were cool. The cans were cool. The vitamins were cool.
Yeah,
So
it's
you felt
like
pretty.
14
You felt
pills.
pretty cool. Like
Taking them,
hardcore,
like,
taking
14
them
You know
pills.
what's funny too is like this is one thing I think that's changed. It's probably never gonna come back again. So I used Animal Pack when I was before I was even with them.
Yeah.
Because some people talked about it, right?
Yeah.
So then I got with the company and I'd use it, but then all of a sudden one year they changed the can. They put you on the cover of it. It's like,
Yeah, I know, right? That's weird.
you know, that's weird.
Yeah,
Like, you know, what I mean, you don't
super,
see companies doing that anymore. You know what I mean? So make one person like the main, and it was like I was like, holy shit,
Yeah.
this is amazing. And then they got
It felt
shirts.
pretty good every morning open.
Yeah, with the shirts were cool. With the those were cool. Like the animal with the silhouettes and the graphic in the letters.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, this one of Frank. Yeah, everybody wanted it. And then one time they came out with a blue one.
Yeah, the blue one. I was with the company then too.
Okay, yeah. One time they just went from like black to yellow and then yellow to blue and then.
You know what's really funny too? Because when I was with them, the first year or maybe two, nobody knew my name either. Because there was no, I was just Animal Guy. That was my name, Animal Guy. Yeah, but then I think this third year I went to like a show. You know, still like, you know, people were like, oh, company, I didn't really know who I was, whatever. Is that you in the ad? You know what I mean? Then all of a sudden there was huge banners and TV screens playing of the videos you did. Like, oh, shit. Like, it was crazy.
I really think like a timeless thing that you could actually do with like a brand or whatever is your forums. I don't think there'll ever be a forum like that ever again. So I think you could have like a timeless, you know, something with that, right? Like,
Yeah, it's
And
true.
then in 2014, I ended up signing with Animal, and then me and Antoine met in 2015 because they brought both of us to New Jersey to shoot content. So I had already known Frank since 2011, and you knew me. We never really met. We met in 2012. There's a picture.
Well, I saw you compete in 2013.
Yeah. So it was 2012. It was
I was
2012.
screaming at you on stage.
Yeah,
remember?
so 2012, we briefly met at the Arnold because I went down with Frank for the Arnold Classic. You were working. We met. And then the next year, 2013, so you knew who I was, and Frank, I think, spoken about me to you. And then 2013, I did the nationals, did very well. I remember like posing on stage. It was my first time doing nationals. I was nervous. I had no idea where I was going to place. Just happy to be there. And then I remember I got called out first call out, and like obviously I knew who Antoine was. And I hear him in the crowd screaming my name, and I was like, yeah. I was all pumped up.
You look fucking great up there. Yeah. I think it was fucking one of the best packages.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, because HP got first place in the overall, right?
Yeah.
Second place, was it the Chinese guy?
Chris Wong.
Yeah, Chris Wong.
He
Yeah.
was
They both got
he was
pro
master,
cards.
wasn't he? As well,
Yeah, they
right?
both got pro
He was
cards.
master too.
Yeah.
Super heavy, 244, yeah. So it was pretty cool because Antoine was screaming my name. And then afterwards, I was at Pizza Delight. We're getting pizza. And Antoine walks by and he just like gives me a fist pound. He's like, good job, man. He's like, Frank speaks very highly of you. And he goes,
Straight as an arrow.
Straight as an arrow. Yeah, that's all he said.
This guy's got some listening, eh?
And then like a year and a half later, I got signed with Animal a year later, and then we met up in New Jersey to do the photo shoot, and we got talking, and he was like, just so happened to be that he was moving to Toronto for a girlfriend at that time.
Yeah.
So then me and Antoine started our friendship there. We started training together all the time.
Yeah,
with Frank,
with
the
Cody.
three of
Like,
us.
what's with Cody? He lives in Toronto.
Yeah, so he could catch a ride because Cody was driving down every day to
Where
train.
was that? I was probably in Europe by then. I think was I in Europe by then?
So
He was a DJ then. He quit bodybuilding.
So if you lived in Brampton, which was like, Brampton's like 25, 30 minutes away from Burlington. So my brother, you moved to Brampton for a bit in 2014.
And still.
No, it was LA Fitness, but Dorian was there, and then from there you end up doing the appearance with Justin Monroe.
We have a picture of that too.
Yeah, in Hamilton, and then that's how we sort of got to know each other there. And then when I moved to Brampton, you know, they were training a little bit, then we started training a little bit together, and that was for a few months, and then that's how that sort of sparked there.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
And then, now what year? Now it was a HD muscle first became a thought. Was it 2017? We started talking about it.
Yeah.
So
it'll be 3 years. So it'll be 3 years this May. That the first sort of like.
I was
first
prepping for the Toronto
They didn't
12.
even know
Yes.
And we're like
That's the thing, right?
talking about making the product, and we make even like the AV like pump like
Yeah,
mock-up.
we should pull up the
I remember a
graphics.
message. I was in Barcelona at the time.
It was called AVP.
Yeah, I remember like going to the gym.
AVP,
talking to you,
I think.
you were, like,
Yeah, it's
from,
AVP.
LA,
Yeah.
Pump and secure. The slogan was going to be pump and secure.
So
You didn't even know about it. He was thinking about this before you didn't even know about it.
He surprised me.
Yeah, he was right when he told me about it.
Yeah.
For my birthday. Yeah, Noah for my birthday in 2017. At that time, my coaching business just started like booming, and I'm very particular with ingredients and products that I use and, tell my clients to pick. So Noah went to a manufacturer and just got like 30 samples made just to surprise me. So he was asking all my friends, like, what ingredients does Dorian get you to use? What does he like? So he was messaging everyone. And so he surprised me with this product. And then it was just like, that sort of sparked like the whole.
Find a picture of that.
because he's so picky, so you look at this like, fuck,
You know what?
I would have made it better. I would
Let
have
me
made this
check.
better.
I think I might have.
Yeah, that's what I was asking. You.
We for sure have pictures, but with some bottles hanging around still.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I know, that was crazy. It was around this time, so it was around this time 3 years ago that I was in Barcelona, in Madrid, and I was like a little bit sort of like, I heard Dorian was doing something about a gym. I was like, oh man, I want to sort of be like, I want to sort of be doing that. So I was like, and his birthday's coming up, well, I'm going to give him like a real good birthday present. And that's all.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is it. That was the white version. He made
wow.
a white one and a black one.
So
I
there's
remember
a blue
that.
raz and then a fruit punch.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
And that was the
Let's take a scoop
ingredients
right now.
Back then.
Crazy.
Back then.
Yeah, I remember you got it. You're like, oh, if we're going to do this, it can be better. And
Yeah, I was
that's-
like, so he presented it to me, and I was like, oh, that's pretty good, but there's missing some things. We can revamp this. If I would have known it was.
There is 6 grams of Strictolene.
Yeah, it's fermented.
There's Hydromax. There's a. It's like it's pretty good. It's like the pre-HD is an upgraded version of this, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So then what ended up happening was seal it. Keep it sealed. Just for
Some lucky person's gonna get it.
So then after that, 2017, we were like, we were researching to see how to do this and move this forward. At that time, I was coaching Antoine. Antoine was like really getting back on the scene. So we had thought about, hey, you know what? Why don't we take this one step further and actually make a brand here? But we were also talking about doing a gym.
That's right.
So at that time, Frank was like with Animal. He was like branded with them.
When you like in Florida, then you move.
Yeah,
you
no,
move.
he was in-
At that time, you move back here.
Well,
No, we're
gonna
gonna
get
get
to
to
that.
that. We're gonna get to that.
Okay.
Okay. We'll get to that. So basically, it started out. It was me and my brother and Antoine, and we were like, gonna have him a part of the brand at that time. But we ended up doing Pure Muscle first. So with Antoine, there was other opportunities. He was really hot with competing. He had a lot of traction, and there was an opportunity with Redcon. The gym, we didn't know how long it was going to be till we could launch HD Muscle. So he took a short-term contract with Redcon, and at that time, Frank had his contract was actually coming up with Animal, and he was deciding what to do with the next chapter of his life. He was living in Boca. You were in Boca, right?
Yes,
Yeah, you were in Boca at the time,
training with Flex.
training with Flex Lewis, and we were like, listen, man, come back to Toronto. We're going to launch HD Muscle soon. And he ended up, was that 2017 or 18?
Yeah,
18, I think it was 18.
Yeah, 2018.
So he ended up moving back to Toronto.
You want to know? That's the people always ask what happened with Animal. Okay. Should we tell them what happened? This is what happened.
Yeah.
So Animal did want to re-sign me, but I remember I was at Flex Lewis's show, and you guys both called me, and I was at Flex's booth, like just hello, and you were like, hey, what's up? I'm like, hey, you want to? And you're like, hey, Frank, you were on the phone too. Yeah. You want to do something with comedy?
I remember, weren't we in our car here on the speaker? I think we were in the speaker right here talking to him.
Okay.
Yeah, in the car.
I honestly was like, okay, cool.
Well, we were like talking about Frank's future, and obviously with supplement companies, when you're not, you're just like a contracted athlete. It's not forever. Yeah. So we were trying to look at ways that we could, partner up, maybe create Frank his own line or something. But I think we even made a mock-up.
Yeah, we have mock-ups too. We have mock-ups too. Though.
Yeah. So there's all these thoughts and ideas with people that we cared about and were a part of our close circle, like our family, right? Frank, Antoine. And so he was at a position where, he needed to figure out what to do with the next step of his life. And I think you were just going through a divorce at the time too, right? So he's going through a divorce.
Living in a hotel.
Yeah, living in a hotel. Holding on.
This is the truth.
Motel or hotel?
Yeah.
Motel.
So we were like, man, just move back to Toronto. There's going to be opportunity with us. We're hoping soon. He moved back. Pure Muscle and Fitness was we just launched Pure Muscle and Fitness. So unfortunately, HD Muscle was kind of on. Was delayed. It was on the back burner. It was going to happen. And again, there was an opportunity that came up for Frank short term with Redcon. So we felt it was his best opportunity to take it. And here we are now. And the sort of timing was perfect that we could all come back together. We have already launched HD Muscle. We're able to have Antoine from the start. And here we are now, January 2021. And we have an opportunity now for Frank to come back to the brand and pick up where where we left off and where this was the first vision of the brand.
That's why it's cool that it's actually this was the plan in the beginning, right?
I think things just take longer than expected sometimes. Things happen when they're supposed to happen too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So look for some cool stuff in the future here. Maybe we got a product for Frank possibly.